Hello, and welcome to the Lucy Liu Show, the fueling station for your mind, business, and life. And now, here's your host, Lucy Liu.
Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode. Good things happen when you set your priorities straight. And one of my priorities has always been to wake up excited and live life not just on survival mode, but thriving. So today on the show, I have my dear friend, Sabrina Runbeck, who is a cardiothoracic surgery PA with more than 10 years of experience in public health and neuroscience. After overcoming burnout and feeling stuck in her own career, she became an international peak performance keynote speaker. We call her the Queen of Performance and Productivity. She is the host of the Powerful and Passionate Healthcare Professionals podcast and has been featured on numerous stages such as Fox, CBS, dozens of radio and podcasts. And she is also the co-author of our book, Asian Women Who Boss Up. So if you need to hear a talk on how to wake up more excitedly every day in life and thrive, this podcast episode is for you. So Sabrina, take over the mic, please.
Hi, ladies. Thank you for being here. I know you can be anywhere and you choose us to wake up excited and thrive as that powerful person that you are in your career and a passionate individual in your life. Truly having that double win because you deserve it. You can have it. Did you know that number one factor in our high performance is appreciation? And that actually beat out more salary, more in-year bonus, more training, and more autonomy in our workforce. And for many of you, you might be also working for yourself. And this become even more crucial because there's not really a restriction, but how you have to determine your own path matters a whole lot more. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I remember one day it was hardly 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm already exhausted because I had been on call the night before as a heart-lung surgery PA. And my body feels weak. My hands are cramping. I also had a fever of 101 degrees. This wouldn't have been so bad if I had a day off. In fact, I was standing in front of a patient with my hands inside his open chest, trying all that I can to get through this surgery. Typically, I'm someone who's listened to music, talked to the nursing team, my co-surgeon, my anesthesiology team. And that day, I was quiet. I tried to concentrate. My nurses even noticed, ooh, Sabrina's quiet, probably not a good thing. So they took pity on me and keep passing Dayquil and cough drop under my mask to keep me going. Now, the next morning when I woke up, covered with night sweat, and hardly move out of bed, I finally had to convince myself that I need to take a sick day. I got on the phone. My boss told me, Sabrina, you're just telling me this now? Oh, I feel like a dagger in my heart. It's the first time in my adult life I ever take a sick day. Now, my story is actually not unique. I'm sure many of you, especially women, we take on so much. We feel like if we don't do it, no one else can. And I grew up as the only child, only girl with all my family are boys, feeling like that I need to compete. I need to show up, not just because the boys need to carry out the family name. I can do what I want to. I can show up. And even when I got into medicine, many of my family have asked, why do you go to heart-lung surgery? It's one of those most intensive ones. Why don't you do something easier? And my answer was, why not? Why should men go into CT surgery? Women should show up too. And I don't find anything else interesting. But that competitiveness led me to 2 master's, 2 bachelor, and medical degree and got myself to this most competitive and wonderful, well-known heart-lung surgery center in the country of US and really in the world where people fly out to see us. And then we put ourselves into such a tight string of got to be on all the time. Now, I'm sure the ambitious woman sitting here, it's not just medicine who has this problem. You do too. I had to be honest with myself. I caused this. I can't just complain about the system. There's no one help me as much. And there's a bureaucracy. There's the restrictions. But I say yes to all these things that are robbing my precious time, energy, and sanity. So let me ask you this right now. How well are you feeling today? How well are you able to have that powerful career that you can be proud of, but also have a sense of self that you're passionate, you know you're happy, you're living into that, you're connecting with your family and your friends, you're not missing out on things in life, you understand what your personal mission is. How well are you? 5 means you got it, you're perfect, you're doing it. 1 means I have no idea where am I. What's that score for you? Good news is you haven't learned my 3-step system out of my 6 process. So with our time short, we'll just discover 3 of them today. And I believe you can be someone who deserves to just crush it at your work and have amazing personal life. And I believe every single ambitious professional can have both, and you just need to have a right system. So I went back to my root of neuroscience and public health. My thesis from neuroscience was using an African hand drum called djembe to do stress management from a music therapy perspective. And my public health thesis was on self-care, self-efficacy, and health literacy. The care part is not just about the behavior, but more importantly, how much we believe we can do something, and then you can actually perform better. And also, it's not about all the modalities, all the good behavior need to happen at the same time. You only need to focus on one, and then everything else just come along. Now, I also study under so many peak performers in entrepreneurial leadership, athlete, and learn about positive intelligence to put us into the simple 6-step system for us to become the peak performer. So if you're ready, say heck yes, let's jump in. Number 1 is building mental immunity. Why is this so crucial? We talk so much on physical health, nutrition, exercise, yoga, Pilates, and that's not just done one time, it's continue doing, right? Building the temple of your being. And therefore, mental immunity is so crucial to also repetitively growing because there are so many unpredictable roadblocks in life. We have to be able to say no to all the negative thoughts, and then you can conquer all things in life. Now, there is a challenge of doing things in life, but the time for you is now, before your mind is bombarded with things that do not serve you. Doesn't matter how many YouTube channels you're watching, books you're reading, podcasts you're listening, or you are practicing affirmation already. Just doing a chore, don't know how to extrapolate using neuroremodulation. It's not helpful. So stop the craziness to bombard your mind and let's reset it. So how do you feel right now? It's amazing. It's good. It's okay. Yeah, so. Well, let me tell you this. I feel amazing all the time. Before you say, Sabrina, no one can feel amazing all the time. Are you self-conceived? Is there something wrong with you? I want to tell you, you are amazing all the time as well. Guess how I know this? Studies show that more than 80% of us don't know how awesome we are. And we were born already pure, unique, and happy. And then society made us unhappy because now we start choosing to live in a box, to live in this restriction. We were so good at saying yes and no when we were baby. Yes, we were clear on what we wanted. Remember the first time you got into a college, you got your degree, or the first promotion, you got proposed for marriage, you got your first nice brand new car. How happy were you? How joyful? Live in that moment. Now, how long did that moment last? Some people tell me hours, minutes. Some people said days and weeks. Never really that long. So why do we have these emotional roller coaster? We're missing this positive intelligence, which is a combination of neuroscience, cognitive behavior, positive psychology, and performance science. When you can build up your, what we call PQ, then you can increase your productivity performance by at least 30% and shown to have fewer sick days, less stress release hormones, better sleep. So the equation of success for us is achievement means potential, right? Your IQ, EQ, all the certification, all the training, all the degrees, all the experiences, all the book that you listen to. Just dumping more information in your brain is not enough unless you choose it the right way. Napoleon Hill said what? Knowledge is not power unless you use it, and if you use it correctly. So how do we use it correctly is the other half of the equation of PQ. There are 9 sabotaging tendencies. Do you know which one you are? That's why when you're so happy, you got pulled down to the ground. Now, one of my clients, he just made a $2 million deal with a big tech company. Immediately, he called me saying, I'm already stressed. I don't even know how I'm going to deliver this and to keep my other customers happy. What is that sabotaging tendency? You start putting yourself in a lower spot. You start criticizing. You start wanting to project what's going to happen in the future. You try to control. Once we recognize these tendencies, then how do we pivot out into the 5 stages of SAGE, what we call the empowerment stage? It's by doing neural reprogramming, right? Incorporating different senses, touch, physical body, and shut down this prefrontal cortex where your logic, your thought process is forcing right here, and then bring it back to the limbic, the midbrain, and the emotion, the joy. So the empowerment side can be sad, judgment, fearful, right? Sorry, that's disempowerment. It's like the 2 animals within us. The little bunny, which you're the bunny. The bunny either wanted to run away, I don't want to get involved with things, right? Avoiding tendency versus I can live into my leopard, that lioness, right? I can be fierce. I can be doing anything, be free, be fun, be who I am, be sassy if I wanted to. When you finish 80% of your work, do you feel awesome, great, just okay, so bad? Where do you lay? And why do you think we have these issues and feeling like we're not enough unless we perform 110%, even though there's really just 100%? Because for every 1 negative experience, research shown you need to have at least 3 positive ones to replace. 75% of things need to be positive, including your thoughts. That means we have to regulate our thoughts by building a start from first thing in the morning. So quick suggestion, even from the book Morning Miracle, it talks about so many different ways you can build your morning routine. It's not about getting up earlier and what you do. It's actually just how you do in the first hour of your activity. So I would suggest, what is the one thing you truly love about yourself? And then I want you to program in your morning alarm, that memo section or the title for that alarm. Because what would you feel when you see that message, beautiful message you wrote for yourself, and it's an empowerment state? You want to repeat that sentence out loud in front of a mirror to truly embody the message, because there's a power in the speaking words. Now, any emotion really lasts about 90 seconds or less. It's about the repetitiveness we're criticizing, judging what have happened in the past. That's where we're trapped. So if we identify our sabotaging tendencies, then we can pivot them out into empowerment state. That concludes our first step. Second step is called redefine your motivation. If we're not really clear or vague, the universe can't take care of you. You can't take care of yourself. You can't dream big and achieve more because you don't even know where you're going in life. So why is this important? Because high achieving women have many goals and tasks. You often think, oh, I'm just too busy, Sabrina. I just need more time. I'm telling you, you shouldn't think you need more time. You need to be less busy on the mundane and the distractions and more time on the things that are lighting you up and that you're really good at in life. So we define our why. It's because self-determination theory told us it's a part of motivation and personality that will trigger into something great. If we have the end goal in line, then we have an internal compass to guide us there. So create this end goal, not all the means goals of doing. So I would suggest write down a 1-sentence purpose statement for any new things you have in life. And even now, write down what do you want as you living in this quality of life? What are you not willing to compromise? And why is that? That concludes our second step. Our third one is having more micro vacation. When you don't have the right energy, no matter how much productivity, exercise, and systems I can build for you, you won't want to do it. So if you wanted to give the best of you, then you have to be able to be positioned in that way. So you're not giving what's left of you. Energy is hard to control, right? And hard to assess. But I'm pretty sure all of you guys can pick up your phone. Within 2 seconds, you can tell me exactly how much battery is left in your phone. Would you agree? Take off your phone and tell me. But how many of you can tell me the exact number of your internal energy battery left in yourself? Pretty hard for any of us to do, right? And that's okay. We don't have to know. But how about we proactive? We know in medicine, preventative care is a lot cheaper and easier to do than once you get the disease, the burnout, the stress out. And of course, that's harder to treat. So let's do a quick reboot session right now. Quick version, we're gonna just feel our feet flat on the ground. Sitting, standing is okay. Move your body. Feeling there's a balloon on top of your head to trigger your body, reset, realign. Everything is relaxed. Take 2 deep breaths in. Slow breath out on 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Quick breath in. Slow breath out on 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Noticing your breath slowly into your normal rhythm, feeling your chest rising and falling, air going out of your nostril, in. Is it warm? Is it cold? Now we're going to put our hands together, rubbing your fingertips, your palms together. Concentrate on the sensation touch, smooth, rough, warm, cold. Any other thought besides the concentrating on your touch sensation? Let them just blow by you like the wind. You only wanted to focusing on the sensation of touch. Forgive yourself for any other thoughts come to you. And when you're ready to open your eyes, you want to set a new intention. Give yourself a word. How do you want to show up for the rest of the session? Go ahead, open your eyes. How do you feel? Most people would tell me they feel more present, more calm, more focused, energized. How good would it feel if you do more of this throughout the day? New behaviors is not hard to build. It's like a beautiful snowflake. Each snowflake is unique, different geometry, but when you put a bunch of snowflakes together, it becomes a ball. Give a little push with repetition going down, become a huge momentum. That's how we can build new exercise. Attached to your morning routine, after lunch break, bathroom break, before you go home, in between seeing clients, big projects. The more you can be present and focused, the quicker and better the quality of your work. So how do we ultimately become powerful and passionate? It's these 3: mental vacation, mental immunity, and clarity.
Thank you, Sabrina. If you enjoyed this talk, please connect with Sabrina at www.sabrinarunbeck.com.
To all the beautiful souls listening, thank you for joining me on this episode of The Lucy Liu Show. When I'm not podcasting, I am coaching high-achieving women in life transitions, getting unstuck, kissing overwhelm goodbye, and living a more joyful and fulfilled life through strategic goal setting and mindset transformation. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe, rate, or share this with a friend. And don't forget to join me for the next episode. Remember, there is always a way and more blessings are coming your way. For free resources and show notes, head over to LucyLuCoaching.com.